I got divorced by email. 14 years of marriage ended with a PDF. I read it while deployed in the middle of a desert. My name's Lucas, Staff Sergeant, 101st Airborne. 4 months into my deployment in Helmand, I opened an email titled, "Let's keep this mature." 3 sentences. She'd already filed, cleaned out our accounts, and moved her new boyfriend, Trevor, into our house in Boise. I shut the laptop, took a shower, suited up for night patrol, and said nothing. That night, I replied with one word: noted. No pleading, no fighting, just silence. My bunkmate, Mason, noticed something was off. I said it was personal. He nodded. That was it. Thing is, I saw it coming. 6 months earlier, Alyssa started coming home later, going to the gym but barely breaking a sweat, changing her passwords, and spending time with new friends I didn't know. I didn't confront her. I prepared. I moved our documents, birth certificates, marriage license, the deed, into a storage unit. My name was on the mortgage, thanks to the VA loan. I stored my grandfather's knife, my mom's ring. I opened a secret bank account and started diverting part of my paycheck there. At the airport the night before I left, she hugged me like I was a coworker. Her eyes were dry. I should have known. I hoped I was wrong. I wasn't. But I was ready. I don't start fights, but I finished them. We met at a backyard cookout in 2011. She just finished nursing school. Took a job at a dental clinic front desk to avoid stress. We married 8 months later. She said she supported the military, but never really understood it. Her family was civilian. She used to ask when I'd get a real job. But this wasn't a phase for me. It was my career. In 2015, we bought a home. Modest. 3 bedrooms, quiet neighborhood. Mortgage in my name. I added her to the deed. My dad died that winter. My mom passed 3 years later. They left me enough to clear our loans and build savings. I deployed 4 times during our marriage, twice to Iraq, twice to Afghanistan. Every time I came back, Alyssa felt more distant. I mentioned re-enlisting. She said she was tired of being alone. I understood, but I belonged where I was needed. In 2020, things shifted again. She hated when I called during girls' nights. Talked about how her friend Nicole got divorced and was thriving. She said we had nothing in common. I suggested counseling. She laughed, said it was just a phase. Then came the late nights, the gym, the new clothes. I didn't react. I watched, and I prepared. 2 weeks after her email, I got a bank alert during dinner. $91,000 gone. Joint account down to $18. She'd been draining it since deployment. That night, I called the bank. Mason found me standing in the hallway, dazed. I told him everything. He didn't say sorry. He just asked, "What's the plan?" I said I didn't have one yet. He nodded. That night, I logged into our home security system. She hadn't changed the login. I saw Trevor walking my dog, drinking from my mug, wearing my Broncos hoodie, in my kitchen, laughing with her. I didn't get angry. I got precise. I listed my steps. Call Eli, my Army buddy turned lawyer. Check the VA loan. File for emergency leave. Review the refinance Alyssa mentioned casually last year. By 5 a.m., I'd emailed Eli. He replied an hour later, "Call me, secure line." 2 months later, I returned home without telling her. Checked into a motel under a different name. Met Eli at a diner. He handed me a folder, forged documents, forged signatures, a $330,000 refinance with Trevor as cosigner. Trevor had a record, DUIs, fraud. Next morning, I drove by the house. Didn't stop. Went straight to the bank. Showed ID, signature, proof. They froze the account. I had already filed a police report. That night, Alyssa texted, "Who did you talk to at the bank?" I didn't respond. 2 days later, I filed to block all transactions on the property. Then Trevor got arrested driving my truck. Inside, stolen prescription pads from Melissa's clinic. Police opened an investigation. I met a bank fraud investigator named Thompson. He said $14,600 was wired to someone named Kevin Lang. I asked Eli to find him. Kevin Lang was a real estate agent. Turns out he and Trevor had pulled this scam before, multiple times. Targeted, deployed military families, sold homes fast, under market, split the profits. Alyssa had likely been part of it, or maybe just manipulated. We didn't know yet. Eli contacted the FBI. They'd already been investigating Lang and Trevor. My case? The key piece. That night, Alyssa texted again. "It's about bank fraud and Trevor's arrest," I replied. "Who is Kevin Lang?" She started typing, then stopped, then nothing. The next morning, we watched her meet Kevin and Trevor at the house. We had the feed from the cameras. We heard them. "Military guys always fold under pressure. He'll settle." I forwarded the footage to the FBI. Later that day, agents raided the house. Kevin and Trevor were arrested. Alyssa arrived during the raid. Confused, I asked, "What about her?" The agent said, "Depends on her role and what you want." I said, "I want justice." They flipped, pled guilty, named names, 11 families scammed. Alyssa gave a full confession. She lost all rights to my pension, the house, and was required to pay restitution. No charges in exchange. I sold the house, bought a cabin in Wyoming, retired. A year later, a letter arrived from a Navy spouse. "You saved our home. Thank you." I pinned it to my fridge. My life is quiet now, solitary. But it's mine, unshakable, and earned.